What's up, Brite Nation?
Hey, what's up, Brite Nation? Another day of Trail Hero.
Another day. For us, I think probably the last and final day again. As you're watching this, Trail Hero is probably long over with. We have so much content from this past week. If you haven't been watching, go back and watch some of these videos because today, as you can see, we are with a ton of friends and we're doing TNT, which is rated a 9. Now, you might remember TNT because we have done it before, but in my buggy, and it was hard. It'll be really interesting to see how all of these full-bodied rigs do in comparison. Although, see that little blue Scout right there? For what I hear, he has rear steer, so he might actually walk through quite a bit of this. So if you watched our other video where we did this in my buggy, this obstacle here is actually one that I did bypass in my drag axle. I put tires on it, but we very quickly realized that without rear steer, this was extremely difficult. Not to say it's impossible with enough time, enough skill, and enough patience, but I don't know if you can really gauge. So this is about head level with me, and it's about 2 of me tall. It's a pretty insanely deep obstacle, but the issue is this right here. So when your tire gets into that undercut, gives you a little comparison to the height of the stepchild, which all of you guys know is massive compared to how deep this is. And the bypass itself can be, it's not bad, it just feels bad because it's very off camber.
All right, let's see what happens here. Just a lot of sand up here right now, but we'll have to probably clear it out.
Yeah, you were wedged perfectly.
Woo!
Hey, back up, driver.
All right, unlock the lockers when you're backing up and turning.
This right here, it's just an undercut. He's not going to climb up that. Keep coming back. Now go passenger. You're gonna have to stay passenger for a minute before that. You have to get this rear tire to clear this undercut, and then you can cut hard driver. Yep. There you go. Stay passenger.
It's trying to rip the wheel out of my hands right now.
That's fine. You're good. Let it slip a little. You're about to cut. All right, now hard driver. Hard driver. Keep going. Yeah. Stay hard driver. All the way driver. Slipping down into it, which you may or may not work.
So, felt it. Maybe the rear locker off. Possibly. So the front.
There you go, Kev. There you go. Yeah, your rear tire's straight out. See this rear tire?
No, I can't see shit.
Okay, look. This rear tire, it's an undercut this way. You're not going to climb it.
Okay.
So you're going to have to go past it for just a second to get this tire just past it, and then you're going to have to cut all the way driver again to keep it from sliding off. Does that make sense? All right, we got him back where he was. There you go. Yeah, perfect. Stay passenger. Yeah, start turning driver. Your rear end's gonna keep skipping, so keep going, just nice and slow. Slow, 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 slow. Yep, you're gonna start climbing. Stay hard driver. Yep. Straighten out. Or wherever you have best traction. I can't see up there. But probably straighten some if you can. Yep. Perfect. Just work the wheel.
I am. Nice. Good spotting, babe. Good job. Woo. Can you see how sweaty I am right now? I know. If I would have just listened to her the first time, I know. Oh, I got all the sweats in my eyes.
So it's just like a fine needle. A few inches too far this way, and you're on this undercut, and you're not going to climb it. A few inches that way, and you slide in, and you're also screwed. Right there, yeah. Stay driver. Driver. Brakes, your brakes that don't work. Turn passengers, you come up. You're gonna drop a lot farther on that side. So just stay that way and go. Right there, yep, perfect. Gonna drop, here it goes.
Good spotting on the other one. If I would have listened to you the first time, I would have made it right up.
Listened to me the first time.
I know. I just expected the stepchild to kind of just pick its way and find its way up automatically.
Well, still, there's such a thing as tire placement and lines and.
There is, but it's such a badass that I was thinking it would just kind of have sweat
tire had
everywhere.
There's an inch or two too far one way.
Yeah.
And you weren't going to be able to climb an inch or two the other way, and you were sliding into a
Okay,
hole.
well I should listen to you. Oh, let's go up that.
And while Kevin and I were doing that, somehow Mike here has gotten himself so too far this way, that tire went into that hole, which is equally as bad. So he's on his rock slider. You can see over there, down in there. He is on his slider, but it's
about to head into nap time, and it's only 11:30, so it's a little early for naps. So I'm gonna get just a little baby pull up this, and we can keep moving.
So yeah, his tire went into that hole that way, which is just as obviously bad as the tire, this tire going into that same hole.
The entrance to my butthole really hurts.
I'm sorry, what?
It's a joke.
Tell me that joke one more time.
Guy walks in the doctor's office and he's like, "Hey doc, my butt really hurts." And he's like, "Where?" He's like, "The entrance to my butthole." And the doc goes, "Well, as long as you keep calling it the entrance to your butthole, it's going to continue to hurt."
Photoshop the witch line out.
That's it. steer, he was set up to winch. Backing down. Beautiful. It was just easier since he was already facing that way, since he was winching people. And he has rear steer, so he can rear steer. That worked out perfect. So next up is another really iconic obstacle on this trail, which is this bad boy, which currently is maybe about my height, maybe about 5-6 feet. But from the last time when I did it in my buggy, it's significantly more dug in. It was several feet deeper when I came through here. Ideally, it shouldn't be as difficult as when I did it in the buggy because your front tire.
It was probably 4 or 5 feet deeper.
Yeah, no, it was several feet deeper when I came in. So it's gonna hopefully allow us to crest the front tires right as the rear tires get up there, and we'll be able to start crawling up. But it is still technical when it comes to tire placement because if you have your tires in the wrong spot, you just smash stuff. So the key here is to keep your driver's side tires up on this wall. Again, it's a game of inches. You want to split this notch as best you can. You don't want either tire to fall in. You split it just right. You walk right up it just like that. Woo. You're good right there, yeah. Yeah. Perfect, Kev. Yep, just like that. Stay driver as you come up. Stay driver. More driver. Oh, okay. Just as you go, just try to. You're fine. Keep coming. Start crawling.
Come on.
Just a little more passenger, not by much though, Kev. Right there, right there. Now back driver. Yep, stay hard driver. There you go. Come on, baby. There she goes. There she goes.
There it is, just 1 inch over.
Straighten out a little, straighten out a little. There she is. Straighten out a little, straighten out a little. Yep, right there. Keep going, you're gonna climb the other side. Back driver a little, right there. You're good. Last 3.
Oh! Woo! Fell off of that.
It's one of those counterintuitive things. You want to turn away from the wall that you're on, but by turning passenger, he's going to pull the body this way because that front wheel will climb a little bit and torque him over. Oh, that was good. Mostly. So right here on that first climb, this is what was killing us. The slider was digging really hard into the rock right there. It was just hanging us up. Okay, so 1010 can confirm your front lockers are not working.
Yes, they're not working.
So,
and here we are on TNT.
I say we're gonna give it a go and see how many obstacles we have to pull you up.
Did Carnage Canyon one time with half a front locker.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so
We'll see.
just need to relive that.
We'll see how three-wheel drive does today. So, different line. Definitely not the one that I would pick. Oh, Yeah, that's why. But if you've got a good slider and some good roll bars, I think they're gonna realign them here. But again, we're taking a different line here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There he goes. Ah. Alright, so we're pulling winch cable. Sounds like his locker is kind of engaging, disengaging, so it's working. It's not working, but it's kind of engaging occasionally, but still not doing any good for him, especially with that tire in that hole. But what is crazy is honestly just how drastically some of these obstacles out here can change every time there's a windstorm or a rainstorm, because it'll get full of sand and it won't even be really much of an obstacle anymore. Sometimes you come out here and it is like super gone, and then you're just like, how the hell am I supposed to do this? So this is definitely a lot more filled up, like we said, than when I came through here. But if you remember, last time I was here in the buggy, I did end up in this predicament at a certain point, but I had to back all the way down, realign everything, and then climb up again. So they've got Kevin way up there. Winch to keep him kind of that way. Yeah, stay hard drivers, you come up.
Not too bad. Right here.
Little beauty marks.
Save the hinges though. That's all right.
It's not too bad. It'll buff out.
Yep, it was all brand new before this.
Yeah.
Now it's just broken in a little bit.
That was
I know,
before.
fresh-
It just now
fresh
all
wrap on this thing.
matches.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, stay driver. Right there, yep. Perfect, yep. Stay driver. Alright, straighten out a little. There you go. Perfect. Until you turn back driver. That's all good. Tiny, not a very big body, it's all good. Perfect. Yeah, so he needs that tire to be up higher. There it goes. Yep. Good job. Now this is probably the most memorable obstacle from when I did this trail in my buggy. It's still decently dug out, but not quite as much as when I did it. But it is a steep, steep wall, and it can feel really sketchy as you get towards the top, for sure. Just think about size in relation to how long that vehicle is, and his front tires aren't even cresting yet. Whoa, so that tire's in the air. It's definitely a very tall and very sketchy feeling obstacle. So he needs that rear tire to be a little bit more that way. So we're getting him over. good with a suck down. That front end just gets so light because you're so vertical. So the issue is that lip right there, that lip in front of that rear tire. So I just explained to him the other option, which is you can just keep that tire right in that crack and try to bump past to get your rear tires past that ridge line. Because once the tires are past it, the front will settle. Turn into it, turn in! Driver! Stay driver, go! Keep going, you gotta stay in it, stay hard driver. Yep, stay. Good. You're good, keep going. You're alright. Yep. Keep going, perfect. Hell yeah.
Like you had it. Like don't let out now.
That seems to be the ticket, which honestly, I'm pretty sure when I did my buggy, I did it. You had to just, I mean, you don't need to send it quite that hard, but I did have to bump to get my rear tires past the ridge line. And then you just keep steady momentum, don't stop and don't stop your momentum, and then hook driver as you go up. So here's the deal. In 3 days, the stepchild is getting a whole new livery. She's getting painted, you guys. I really don't want Kevin to roll the stepchild right before she's supposed to go get painted, because then, you know, none of that's gonna happen. But he's gonna put tires on it and probably end up sending it, and we'll see what happens. Yay. I don't know, it could go either way. I think he can make it. I wanna think he can make it. You'd have to back up like half a foot, Kevin, send it from there. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna have to back up more. And I don't know how quickly you can hit reverse. Right there would be where you'd have to send it.
Without a suck down winch, I just don't know.
So he says that's about 50 degrees vertical is what his, oh my God, is what it's showing him on the dash.
Yeah, I don't know.
Reverse! Oh my Jesus. That was a good save, Kev.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Well, you didn't really send it. You kind of just, I don't know, man.
I wish I had a suck down winch and maybe 3 shots of tequila. My commitment issues are pretty high right now. Like, it feels okay until it doesn't. Like, everything feels perfect. Like, it feels great until that 50-degree mark, and then it does that thing. The front end just gets so light.
I'm just saying, if you flip this or smash it before it gets painted, I'm gonna be so pissed. I know this camera is probably not doing this justice, you guys. You're not gonna be able to crawl, and if you're gonna send it, you need to send it with that tire in the crack, not right there, no. That is absolutely not how you do it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna send it. Damn it. Like, I want to, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I don't think I'm gonna send it.
Both the other rigs had a suck down winch.
I know, that's kind of what,
And it really helps.
it does. Well, obviously people have them for a reason.
Yeah.
The problem is it gets so light, and what I'm worried about is if I do it and it takes a wrong hop without a suck down, it's gonna unload. And yeah, I can hit neutral or reverse, but I'm gonna come down all kinds of shit.
That wall just a second ago when
Yeah, that's what I mean. As soon as I felt that, Like I caught it, and I was waiting to catch it, but I almost smashed I almost crushed the whole mirror on the wall, and that was like not even really sending it.
Yeah.
Did it almost bump over it or not really?
Not like you're not gonna do it. You're gonna have to actually mean it.
Yeah.
To do it, because when you roll into it, it still puts pressure on that rear tire instead of just going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know we do stupid stuff all the time, you guys, but keep in mind, like, to you guys, it might look like we're doing really crazy and we're like, you know, wild cards and stuff, but almost everything we do is very calculated.
Well, that one's one slight bad bounce or not enough suck down, and it just unloads. And if I had a suck down winch and 3 shots of tequila.
Yeah, and also remember, we don't have an aftermarket cage. We have the sports cage, but remember, our factory cage is already splitting in the rear.
Yeah, it would not survive.
It wouldn't. Yeah, the Jeep would not survive a rollover, especially from that height, if it flopped backwards.
Yeah.
And we are, like I said, we are getting it repainted in 3 days.
This will be like an arch nemesis of mine. Like one day
we'll come back.
One day I'll figure it out. It's kind of like Cleveland Rock.
Yeah.
But like that, I just don't have the breakover for.
You don't have the breakover for the line that we try to take every time. There's a different line that you can make it up, but it's the line we want to make it up on. We don't have the breakover for.
All right, let's keep going. I'll go back and around.
Let the next Jeep try it. Let's see if
nobody's else gonna try it.
No, no one else.
Nobody else will try it.
Everyone else already backed out.
They saw me go like, oh nope.
Not all the way up. Just put tires on one more time. I want to get a different angle to see if I can try to really show you guys just how steep this thing is, because I feel like from behind it doesn't really do it justice.
When it starts to lift higher, it's at 50 degrees.
Yeah, which is
and that's before you actually climb, like do the. So it's at 50. So you're starting.
50 is where you start your climb.
Well, it starts at 38 and goes to 50 before you actually go vertical. So who knows what it gets to.
Two that made it up are the two with suck down winches. That's a sandy climb out.
Yeah.
Send it.
All right, so here's the deal. We keep talking about a suck down winch. Suck down this, suck down that, suck down everything. All right, buggies have suck down winches generally because every buggy that you see has full hydro steering. We only have hydro assist. Most vehicles, most Jeeps, most vehicles that you're gonna drive on the street are only gonna run hydro assist, which means I still have a steering box, I still have a pitman arm, I still have a drag link, I still have well, and I would get into that. I have all these steering components, so there's not really a way to get a line to the front axle to suck it down. Because when I say suck down winch, what you're doing is you're taking this winch or another winch, and you are physically attaching it to the axle to compress the front suspension and keep it from unloading.
When you get really vertical.
When you're climbing stuff. So if you look here, there's no way past all of this steering. You have your tie rod, you have your drag link, we have our steering ram. There's no way to get anything through there, and you want to suck it down. So like even if we could mount some little tiny winch under the hood and have a rope come straight down, I mean there's no way to really get to the axle. Right.
There's just no way to fit it.
And we kind of thought maybe we could run this out the back and do a pulley off this cross member, and I mean maybe possibly like there might be a way if we spend enough time, maybe, but it's just not normally feasible when you have all this. Now I have a steering wheel that has my cruise control, I have my audio, I have my Taser JL that allows me to control all the cool little functions. That's all done through the steering wheel. Now if you have a JL like this one here and you go full hydro, you no longer have your steering functions because there's no longer an actual steering stop. On full hydro, the steering wheel is never centered all the time. Like it turns and it goes too far, and all the clock spring and everything in the steering wheel, you have to remove it or you break the wires by turning too much, and then you lose all steering control functions. So that's
when you upgrade.
Well, that's why we haven't gone full hydro, and that's why we don't have a suck down winch, is because you'd have to lose everything I just explained.
And like we still daily drive this, and having cruise control and all of those, and obviously the taser controls, it's so nice.
Right. Now, possibly if one day we could take a control panel and move all the wires from the steering wheel to a control panel, it'd be a little clunky and a little funky to set cruise control and stuff. But if we could do that, then maybe. But full hydro is also pretty sketchy on the road, and if you lose, see, at least right now with hydro assist, if the line breaks or something happens, you cut a line, you spring a leak. In this, I still have mechanical steering. There's still mechanical linkage everywhere. Full hydro, this is a JL here.
This is Dan.
This is Dan with Rev Kit.
Hey, everybody.
So he's got full hydro, which means that there's only hoses, no mechanical linkage, which is great for strength. You have all the power in the world to turn. Problem is you get no more really feedback. Really above about 50, 60.
How do you like it?
Anything above 60 is a little sketch.
And the speed limit here is 80.
Exactly. And then on the highway, like doing 35 when the air tires are, because I leave tires are down all week.
Yeah.
And it's a little sketch, but for rock crawling, I like it. And granted, I lost, like you were saying, all the steering wheel controls, everything on there just doesn't work. Steering wheel's always upside down, whatever. You just have to pay attention to where the tires are. You do lose a lot of features, but for rock crawling, I personally love it.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's good, and that's why hydro assist is in the game, because it's just assist. It's the middleman. It just assists you. You don't get all the steering in the world for rock crawling, but it's actually really good not having full hydro sometimes, because the steering gives you feedback, and when you feel it binding up, you know you should probably back off and get it free. If the hydro assist is fighting you, you could be in trouble. But sometimes
With full hydro,
with full hydro, it's not going to give you that. It's just going to kind of push through and do whatever.
You have to be able to tell when you're binding up, because
right.
you can snap something very easily with full hydro if you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
Yes, and one time I've actually lost full hydro on here, and when you lose full hydro,
You're just done.
That's it.
you're done.
Yeah.
There's a tiny bit of feedback, but you're gonna have to get real creative in terms of how you get this vehicle to where you need to
Yeah,
be.
if you're running full hydro, you pretty much need to keep extra ends, extra hose, and extra fluid, because if I love keeping extra hose. They're very it's very nice keeping those in the vehicles. So the Rev Kit Jeep here, he doesn't have a suck down winch either. And that's just because they haven't gotten around to it. But it'd be very easy to just unhook this guy, come through the back of the drum here, and he can literally just have a hook
Right there.
welded right here and just boop right there, and he can use it as a suck down winch.
Yeah.
So
A lot easier to set it up with full hydro.
right, because you have this big skid plate here that's holding the ram, and he can just go right off to that. He doesn't even have to make it back to his axle. So that'll be super simple for them to do here in the future, and he won't even need to do another winch. He'll just need to find a way to quickly disconnect this,
And hook it up there or something.
or
if you
just
wanted.
actually he might be able to even just come straight from here to the hook. He really would just come from there to there, because when you're doing that, I know there's going to be a line here, but you're not. You're only doing it on big climbs. And then you just
When you
come
need
back.
it.
Then you come unhook it and put it back up. So you don't have to worry about it hitting on a rock or cutting it. But anything else that you've learned on the full hydro?
Nothing really. People just ask me a lot, like if it's worth it. I guess it just depends on which purpose of your vehicle is.
Right.
Like I think you guys do a really good mix of highway, overlanding, hardcore rock crawling. This is only for hardcore rock crawling, and so I'm totally fine with losing all the other benefits that come with.
So
hydro
when are you
assist.
going to start hardcore rock crawling?
After this video, I'm gonna try and get into it just a little bit. Yeah.
So it kind of proves the Jeep's still not a buggy. As much as I want it to be a daily driver buggy,
And as much as it wants to do buggy things.
it would. But I mean, I'm short a cage, and props to those guys for going up that wall, because it looks bad from the bottom, but it feels 1,000 times worse once you're on it.
Yeah.
You can't really tell, and even looking at it, you're like, I could go up that. No,
And
can't. No.
Don't get us wrong, like, there's a chance we could have made it up. It's just the odds.
A pretty good
weren't-
chance, but not good enough.
I'd say probably a straight 50-50. It's just the odds weren't quite as high as we think we would want it without a cage.
3 or 4 shots of tequila, I've got a 90% chance of making it. But I had no tequila, and I'm not doing that right now. We're getting the paint job. Oh, we're getting the paint
I
job,
know,
like she
already
said.
explained.
We also have our own Lite Brite wheels coming. So we have designed, manufactured Lite Brite wheels. Of course, Stepchild will get the first set of forged Lite Brite wheels, and then we'll also have, I think, 2 more wheels available. They'll eventually all be available in cast and in forged. Forged will be first. So if you want to get on the first order of Lite Brite wheels, let me know.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
We'll keep you posted, guys, on it and everything like that. But anyways, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Remember to find all your Lite Brite Nation merch and decals at litebritstudios.com. As always, we love you.
And
We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Mwah.